It's time for Show Me the Franchise.
With Thomas and Frederick. With Thomas and Frederick.
It's time for Show Me the Franchise.
With Thomas and Frederick. With Thomas and Frederick.
Welcome to Show Me the Franchise, the podcast that talks about franchises of all shapes, sizes, backgrounds, genres, and types. I'm one of your hosts, Tom Stadler, here as usual with the Kung Fu Panda,
Hey,
Mr. Fred Aiken.
I like that a lot.
When you said panda, by the way, when you were talking about topics or whatever, 100%. I was like, I hope he doesn't mean Kung Fu Panda because I have not seen any.
Never seen a Panda Express, or I've seen a Panda Express. Never seen a Kung Fu Panda.
I have not either, and yet some people swear by him.
I'm not a DreamWorks overall. I mean, unless we're talking Shrek, I'm not really a DreamWorks person.
So that's same team that did Shrek, like everything.
I just know that's under DreamWorks, which is Spielberg's animation company. But
okay.
I think of that. But now isn't it like Illumination? Is that under that same umbrella? Because I think Despicable Me and all that was DreamWorks at one point.
I think you might be right, or at least they've done a lot together.
I don't know how animation companies really work either.
Outside of like Pixar and all that, and even then, it's like who is Disney and who is Pixar?
Right, especially it was easier to tell back in the day when it was this, Pixar movies were computer generated and the Disney movies were hand drawn.
Right.
And now it's like Disney, like I went and saw Toy Story 5, seeing all the trailers. I'm like, I don't know who's making what movies anymore just by the visual palette anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so looks like they were Universal's kind of like branch of Illumination.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Which
but-
is separate from...
Yes, NBC Universal acquired competing studio DreamWorks, which fueled speculation that Universal was going to acquire Illumination. Okay, yep. So that's kind of how the whole thing works, is that they have a deal with Universal, so they're kind of like on that end of things. But didn't they just say that NBC Universal was, that they were acquiring DreamWorks?
Which is all confusing.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know, man. This is not the episode about
Animation studios.
No, it's not. There's
DreamWorks.
some
It is about Panda.
Yeah, it is about Panda, but more of the express kind.
Not Panda Gourmet.
Or Panda, well, it is kind of Panda Inn, which we can talk about because, of course, our topic this week is Panda Express. A restaurant chain that I would say, in our estimation, has probably gotten much bigger in the past 5 years.
I would say so. For me, I've been kind of a poo-pooer of Panda Express until recently.
Okay. So let's jump right into it. What got you into Panda Express to begin with, and why have you come back to it now?
Well, to begin with, I think it was that I just didn't have them growing up or around. Like, we had the mall.
Sure.
Because every mall has, like, their Panda Express kind of version.
Sure.
I don't think
Walk or something like that.
Yeah, where it's the same idea. You can see the food, they scoop it into a container, all that stuff. So I've saw that before, but generally, like I think I've talked about on the podcast, like Chinese food on the East Coast is kind of like, or at least the Americanized Chinese food is kind of a set thing. It is a lot more of the restaurants with the white tablecloth and the tea versus like here I see in Wisconsin a lot more of the takeout vibe.
Yeah.
And Panda Express was not something I had till later, and I always saw it as like fast food, kind of like Taco Bell is to Mexican food, Panda Express is to Chinese food.
Oh, yeah. And I think they even advertise themselves as like Asian fusion, I think, or something like that. Because it's not Chinese food. I don't think they don't have that. It says, welcome to our Chinese kitchen, but it's not like, it's American Chinese food is what they're saying.
Right.
So,
which is what I always try to make a disclaimer when and I never know how to broach the Chinese food versus American Chinese food and what we think about in this country as like a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah. I mean, this is certainly compared to like something like Number One, which is like all over Milwaukee, and those are very mid, I would say.
Well, I think I would say fallen off.
Yes, they used to be pretty good.
Oh yeah, the one in Shorewood was a go-to for me. I loved it. You get wings from there a lot.
Ooh, got it.
Like that crispy, dry Chinese wing with a little bit of like chili oil sauce.
So my brother-in-law's dad, so my sister's father-in-law, he used to run a Chinese restaurant right next to the Number One that was in Shorewood.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was pretty good. It was definitely more of the white tablecloth, have the little like what is it, Lazy Susan in the middle that you kind of turn the food around on there. Very traditional. Well, I shouldn't say traditional. I wouldn't go that far, but definitely more traditional than like takeout Chinese, right? It was a sit-down Chinese restaurant.
Right, which I've heard. I know you guys have said like Emperor of China, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Has that vibe.
Oh, yeah.
But this has kind of gone away, or at least it's not that popular in Wisconsin. And there, like, I haven't like lived in Maryland for a while, and I know like my place is still there. So I don't know if this is just like my perspective growing up, like seeing these places, but that is something I miss seeing more of, or the kind of not up. They weren't upscale, but it was just like more putting a little effort into like the restaurant side of it.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. Which I think when you look at something like a Panda Express, it's giving you the vibe of eating at a Chinese restaurant, which, okay, I guess they are saying American Chinese food. So you do have that much to it, but it's certainly not anything close to even, I would even say like a classic takeout place. It is very much almost like the vibe of like a Chipotle when you get in there, right? Like you are going up to the counter, you are telling them which things you want on your tray, and then you're going through it and you're basically creating a whole different concoction than anybody else. It's almost like you're getting the dinner combo that you would get at a takeout place by like the fast food version of it.
Yes, and that is like, as we can talk about, the nice thing about the Panda Express or these mall type places is the benefit of having like the smaller amounts of two things, or which is like a lunch combo you can get at a lot of Chinese places, but generally you're getting one type of main.
Right. Which is, I think, what's a good benefit of theirs. But yeah, I think I don't really remember when I first saw Panda Express. I want to say it was probably a mall food court, but I do think in college is really when it finally landed, because there was like a food court area not far from my house. I remember going in there and being like, oh, Panda Express. So I was like, I feel like I've heard of this. I feel like I know this. And then you get it and it kind of like scratches that itch of Chinese food. And there is no shortage of Chinese food places in Madison's campus, but there were definitely some places that you would want to go to more than others. And yeah, and that was definitely not, I would say, the chief among them at the time, because you talked about it too, right? Like for the longest time, it was just kind of like food court Chinese food. But I think once the orange chicken recipe kind of came along, sort of put them on the map a little bit and started making its way more into across the states, seems like things just started going, especially when they started opening the restaurant, like fast food restaurant outlets instead of just being the food court place, right? Right. That's when they've been able to do a little more quality control. Because I don't even remember the first time I saw a Panda Express fast food restaurant. I just feel like it sort of just appeared one day, and I was like, oh, sure. Look at them branching out, getting bigger.
Yeah, I always was aware of it, but it was never a place I went. And again, till like I have gone in like, well, past 10, 15 years maybe, but it was always not a good time. I never enjoyed it till recently.
Well, it was very standard, right?
And just like, I think now my problem with like a lot of takeout Chinese places, and I think it's just maybe the ones near us, I feel like it was losing a lot of that crispiness, that crunchiness. It all just comes soft, you know?
Yeah.
Where I feel Panda Express, that's what I thought of, was like those nice things that I like, but they're soft. They've been sitting for a while, which you can still run into. But now, in my experience, I feel I'm more likely to get something that feels fresher and crispier at a Panda Express than the places I was frequenting before.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that's
I'll name one, Chopsticks.
oh,
What happened, Chopsticks?
well, they had a lot of health code issues over the years, so
But I mean, I'm talking like 2008 Chopsticks.
oh yeah, that was the place to
That
be.
was the time.
Mm-hmm. I do remember having some late night chopsticks in 2007.
Lucky Lou's,
Mm-hmm.
another good place that I don't think exists anymore.
Maybe not. And then Huan Shi came up not too long ago, which has been pretty good. That's kind of near the east side. I think it's kind of near North or Brady.
Mm-hmm.
One of
But
those.
nothing really that I'm aware of. I'll keep saying I'm aware of on like South Milwaukee that I think is worth getting.
No, I mean, if you're in the southern part of Milwaukee, I think you're going down to Oak Creek and going to the old Panda Express, which has been kind of becoming the place to go. I know certainly for Jasmine and I, whenever we will go to do like a Meyer grocery run or something like that, and it's like we need a quick dinner, it's like, should we just go get Panda Express? And it always kind of hits. Like if you, especially if we sit down in there, and I'm not somebody who goes and sits down in like fast food restaurants like at all anymore, but Panda Express has become the exception. It's usually a very clean location too, and I like that a lot.
Yeah, similar to Chipotle, I'll sit at one of these places. I will say, and I just don't want to forget this point because we keep saying Chipotle. I will say Chipotle has one benefit of the items that are under the heat actually kind of do well sitting
Oh, sure.
versus the Panda that becomes an issue. But I will say price point wise, because as like, you know, someone who's been watching his weight and does like to cook, but sometimes doesn't want to cook and is looking for options that are easy and inexpensive. You look towards like a Chipotle and not necessarily originally a Panda Express. But I will say the price point. I went out with my girlfriend at Chipotle. No, Qdoba. I think they're interchangeable in my head, which I think people might say is hot topic, but I don't know the difference. Chipotle we went to, no, Qdoba we went to, and it was like almost $40, and we didn't get any like sides or extras. We got bowls and like drinks, and like it was like $38 or something like
Yikes.
that. Panda Express. Now I will say, Taylor, she got like a bowl, which is like the smaller item, and I got the 2 entree item. But we're not talking like sides. We're not talking like the 3-portion plate. We're talking normal orders. It's like $24, I think, with drinks.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that price point compared to these places is like noticeable now.
Yeah. Well, I will rebuttal to the Chipotle and Qdoba. I think now they're interchangeable a lot more. Back like when they first got big, like mid 2000s, you know, or the aughts, if we will. I would say Chipotle was like king. It was just like Qdoba was the first of its kind, but then Chipotle quickly overtook it because it felt like the ingredients were fresher, everything tasted a little bit better, the burritos were a little bit better. But ever since that health scare, I just feel like it's completely fallen off a little bit. And I think they've tried to zero in, but either way, $40 for a couple burrito bowls and a couple drinks, that's too much. But yeah, I think you come out of Panda Express and you're still going to spend a little bit of money, but you might have leftovers, which is really nice, you know? I can't say the last time I took home anything from Qdoba or Chipotle.
Yeah, and I like the customization of the size of meal because like I saw like the bowl she got, and I think like for a lunch that would do me just right. I like getting the 2 because I like having the option of 2 things.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I like that part of it, the customization, and it's got a good app.
Oh yeah, I think it's got a good app. It's got a good interface, which we'll get into why some of that is. Turns out one of the owners has some like tech experience. Like that was her study in college. But yeah, I think you look at this now, it's starting to really creep up the ways. I think I just saw recently that from a customer satisfaction rating standpoint, Jersey Mike's just overtook Chick-fil-A. And I would say those places run a pretty tight ship when you go in there or you go and order food from there. But Chick-fil-A, which I haven't had in a while because, you know, not a desirable place considering some of their stances on things. But, you know, it would just get crazy. Like the lines would just get out of control.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A is always a astounding one to me just because I never thought it was that good. It was huge in the South because that was like before school.
Mm-hmm.
They were open very early, and like that was the move. Once you had your license, you go Chick-fil-A before school.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, between their politics and just like the food to me isn't that good.
I mean, the chicken sandwich didn't even beat out what McDonald's chicken sandwich. Like, I think
Did poorly, yeah.
we're they're down in our book right now.
Well, it's a soft chicken sandwich, which I never am. That's not what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Crispy, crunchy, and that's how I feel about Panda too. I want that crispy crunch on the outside.
So let me ask you this real quick before we dive into more like history and everything. From Chinese restaurants in general, what is like your typical like? I need to get this in an order.
Well, it is tough because there is an item that was literally just called hot crispy beef, and I've seen it like called that in other restaurants, but it's never quite what I've had at restaurants on the East Coast. And it is just kind of thin strips of beef in a slightly sweet, slightly spicy sauce, which I mean, it's very similar to the orange chicken, except less sweet, more savory, spicy. But that kind of brown, like, chicken sauce, but it's the strips of beef that are really thin and craggly and crispy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would go. But if I'm going to a new place, I usually ask for General Tso's extra spicy.
Oh, wow. Extra spicy. Sometimes
Chinese food, I've learned I can throw that around. I don't throw around extra spicy at a Thai restaurant.
No, hell no.
Or anything like that.
Hell no.
Yeah. So, certain places I'll do it, but Chinese usually, especially a place like that, I don't think they're getting crazy with it because I've never had like a dish off a menu from a Chinese place that I thought was like incredibly spicy.
Sure. I think sometimes General Tso's can be, and that's clearly like probably the hotter dish you can get. But yeah, I mean, you go to a Thai place, you go even to like, an Indian restaurant or something like that.
Yes, Indian's the other one. I don't get crazy.
Yeah, you don't go over like a level 1 or 2 or whatever this range is. You go with the lower half of the spectrum or you're going to be in a world of pain.
Yeah, I was very happy. I didn't know what I was ordering when I went to room service. I got the crab curry and I didn't realize it was one of the hotter items on the menu.
Oh, yeah.
But it was perfect. It was what I wanted.
That's
like
good.
Where it just slowed me down a little bit, which is what I'm looking for. But I think it's the Thai chilies are punishing and like stay with you. Whereas like I feel like jalapenos, stuff like that, I can kind of combat them a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like it'll get to me for sure. But yeah, the Thai stuff, the Indian stuff, that stuff's merciless.
No, there's some spices that get used that really, really stick with you.
What about you? What would you get?
I'm a big sesame chicken fan. I love a little sweet, but I like sweet and sour, but sometimes I don't want it like that sweet.
I like those crispy pillows.
Yeah, and I think sometimes sweet and sour chicken is really hit or miss because they do sauce it up. I don't need my chicken to be super crispy though. That's where I'm at. I think, where you've kind of been like, oh, I want some crispy stuff. I'm okay with it being a little softer, but I do think it needs to have some bite to it. There was a Chinese restaurant my family went to growing up, actually friends of my my sister's father-in-law, or my brother-in-law's father. I don't know why I call him either way, but that run this place, and it's pretty good Chinese food. I'd say it's somewhere between. Well, it is more like the sit-down type place for sure, but they've gotten bigger on takeout over the years, and they have a sesame chicken that I always still kind of like look for somebody to combat. And the only people that have really gone close is Emperor of China. That's really where that's the best Chinese food in Milwaukee, I think. So you need to get there.
I need to get there. It's just that Brady Street. It's tough.
It is. You need to commit to something over there and then be like, okay, now we're going to get dinner. But yeah, I think it's just a classic dish, but I love Chinese food in general, just all of it. So I think when Panda Express really started to become more of a regular mainstay, I'm like, I'm never going to fight it. I'm ready.
Yeah, I love a poo-poo platter.
Ooh.
Which I don't know if a poo-poo platter is a set thing or if it's just like the sampler platter. But I do get excited. I remember when we would go to the Chinese restaurant in Maryland, you order the poo-poo platter. It came with like a little like heat source that little skewers were resting on.
Oh,
it was a
wow.
whole production, you know.
That does sound really good.
That's I love getting the apps.
What about some egg foo young?
I'll have a bite. I never saw that till I moved here, and that was what my stepdad would always get.
It's some good stuff, or but I'm also a big fried rice fan too. But man, there's some places that will really, really do it well, and some places where I'm like, did I even get any shrimp in this thing?
Or yeah, bad fried rice is a bummer, just
is.
in general, because I love it. That's what I always want. The fried rice, like white rice, is nice. I know you can like work that with your meal better, but anytime I rather have the fried rice.
Yeah. And I'm okay with them messing around a little bit. I don't need a chicken fried rice. Like, that's fine. But put some shrimp in mine, put some pork in mine. That's where I'm at.
It never looks good to bring it to Panda, but just the Chinese food. But something that I will be kind of bummed about if we're all getting Chinese food, if some egg rolls and Rangoons aren't ordered.
Oh, yeah. Are you a Rangoon or an egg roll guy?
I kind of want to have both. It's hard for me to choose. I like them equally. I think when it's the best, and I'd take an egg roll. I think an egg roll is harder to mess up than crab rangoon.
Sure.
I've had most crab rangoon I've had has been good. I've had egg rolls that I don't like. The last big menu item for me would be hot and sour soup.
Oh, yeah.
It's good stuff.
That's the best soup I think you can get. I know some people are all about egg drop. I'm like, no.
Or the big wonton. Some places, I forget where, you could get hot and sour with wontons, and that was where it was at.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm a big fan of that. I mean, yeah, crab rangoons, always got to order those. I mean, but you're right, though. A really good egg roll and you need a like big egg roll. Sometimes I feel like those are harder to mess up than the little ones.
I'd say like that's probably the best like store-bought Chinese food item. Like if
Egg
you
roll?
go from a grocery store, like a pack of egg rolls in the air fryer is not a bad time.
Well, see, I've never done an egg roll in the air fryer. Now I feel like I got to do one. I've
Oh,
done
for
spring
sure.
rolls, but let's talk a little bit about the history. They don't have a long history. They're not that old. It's the Panda Restaurant Group, which is the parent company of Panda Inn, Panda Express, and Hibachi-san, which I don't know much about Hibachi-san, but I assume it's a Japanese-inspired fast food restaurant.
I would think so, yeah. Maybe hibachi food without all the flair.
I mean, I could see a market for that,
I know people get takeout from Benihana. Like, it's a thing.
but you're kind of missing what's fun about Benihana, I feel like.
I don't know. I don't need the upcharged proteins, but I would definitely get some takeout hibachi fried rice.
Oh, for sure.
Just
Fried
give me
rice.
like a quart of the fried rice from there. I'd be set.
I would think so, but it's just fun to watch
It
them
is
make
fun.
it fresh. It's founded by Andrew Chung and Andrew's father, who is a master chef named Ming Sai Chung. But Andrew's wife, Peggy Chung, also was a co-founder of the company. So it sounded like Andrew Chung and his father, who are Chinese born, while Peggy was born in Burma and raised in Hong Kong. They had originally gone into business with his father in the United States back in 1973. This is just Andrew Chung now, who I guess they had talked about doing something since his dad was a master chef. And he decided to open a restaurant first in Pasadena, California, which was the first Panda Inn. It's important to know Panda Inn is not Panda Express. It's a proper restaurant. But you can see where the Panda Express name came from, right? So at the beginning, the business was lacking to just due to the lack of like special deals and freebies that they didn't have on the menu yet. So once they added that, they started to get a little more momentum. But then in 1982, Peggy, who Andrew met at college in Kansas, decided to join them in the restaurant business, who I mentioned before had a technology background that she studied in college. So while operating Panda Inn, Andrew became acquainted with a UCLA head football coach, Terry Donahue, and Terry's brother, Dan, who happened to be in the real estate business. And it was because of this connection that they had met the manager of like the Glendale Galleria, who invited the Churns to go and develop a fast food version of Panda Inn for their food court at the mall. So through this like 3 degrees of separation, they were like, okay, we're going to bring the restaurant to the mall and we're going to do a food court restaurant called Panda Express based on the restaurant. So 1983 is the official start of Panda Express. Second location was opened 2 years later, and Chef Andy Cow claims to have developed the original orange chicken recipe at a Panda Express that was located in Hawaii in 1987, my birth year. So the orange chicken is as old as I am.
Wow.
How old am I? You even know?
No.
87. I just gave you the hint. You
Oh, you're going to make me do math?
Yeah.
39.
Yeah, 38, 39.
Yeah.
I'll be 39 in a couple months as of the recording of this episode. So after experimenting in supermarkets, which I kind of feel like I sort of remember hearing about, people who were like, oh, there's a Panda Express that was at my grocery store. In 1997, they opened their first standalone drive-thru restaurant in California after primarily just being a food court chain. So this was the start. They kind of just established themselves, real home base in California. And then finally, over the years, they just expanded across the United States, started opening more of these chain restaurants, like these drive-thru type locations. In 2017, Panda opened its 2,000th location, at which point the company had annual sales of over $3 billion and close to 39,000 employees. So Panda Express quickly blossomed in like 20 years' time, basically from food court mainstay to now competing fast food restaurant in the country. And it's crazy to think that they had 2,000 locations in 2017, because I could not tell you prior to that how many of those locations I actually saw.
No, I can't picture where any of them were till recently.
Yeah, and truly, I think now I can maybe tell you where only a couple of them are. Like there's one in Oak Creek here. Is there one in Menominee Falls? Probably.
There's one on 27th Street, which is a little closer than the Oak Creek.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth the drive to the Oak Creek, obviously.
Yeah. Is that one on 27th Street by the Raising Cane's?
I can't picture where the Raising Cane's is.
I think that one's by
It's
like
by the
South Shore.
B-Dubs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a Panda over there, but there's a lot. There's a decent amount of pandas around the area now.
You know, it's funny because I'm just looking at this map here. It's funny. They bring up Qdoba when I typed in Panda Express. But yeah, one is permanently closed that was in downtown on Michigan Avenue. Oh, that must have been the one in the food court at like
Grand
Avenue, probably. But yeah, there doesn't look like there's actually a ton of Panda Express locations in the Milwaukee area at all. Which is probably why we have to drive to Oak Creek all the time for these. You are correct, though. It does look like there is one near 27th. Where is this actually?
It's like Franklin 27th Street. Like heading that way at least.
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
I'd say like Howard and 27th.
Yeah, it's like, actually, this one's like Greenfield and, Miller Parkway. There's one right by the stadium.
Gotcha.
I have to look it up a little bit further.
Mm-hmm. There's one on Highway 100.
Yeah.
So that's the one that's nearish my work.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think there's probably at least a couple, like you just mentioned, Brookfield, right? Area, or at least one in Brookfield. But it's weird because I think, probably a lot of these food court locations probably starting to shut down just because malls are not really popular anymore. I'm kind of saying that anecdotally, though. I don't have any news story evidence that says Panda Express is going to completely like drive-through, but it's not as popular as like, McDonald's is the next corner, right? There's one.
Yeah, it's not as
away.
prevalent as that, but I will say as far as dining in, it is like one of the few places that if you do go to pick up, there's generally a handful of people eating inside the restaurant, which you don't really see at fast food places.
I think it's just kind of establishing that thing. I mean, I think there is a market still for places families want to go and sit down and eat for a bit just to be out of the house, right? Like doing something different. McDonald's is one of the few places I think people will go in and actually sit down because they have the play areas, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's how I was back in the day, I feel.
Yeah.
But now a lot of these fast food restaurants you go into and like you honestly don't want to get out of your car because you don't necessarily want to see where your food's coming from. Like I just think about picking up the Wendy's for our tournaments on Chase and like going into that place. I would not want to sit and eat there, but I'll get takeout from there. I'll like go through the drive-thru. It's just like I feel also with fast food, I do have that thing where like I'm not happy usually if I'm getting the fast food and I'm eating the fast food. So do I really want to like live in it longer, you know?
Yeah. But I think you look at something like, I guess, Panda Express, and one of the things they offer, like I said, it's like a bigger store. I think that when they built them, there are a lot of newer locations, maybe that were built from the ground up and not necessarily like inhabiting an old Pizza Hut or an old like Burger King that, I mean, those places definitely were a bit more cozy, I think sometimes. Pizza Hut, not so much, right? That was more like, here, come in and sit down. But that I feel like there's been a feeling or maybe a market for that for a while. And post-pandemic now, I think people do want to go and sit down at a chain restaurant again versus looking at going to, I don't know, just, like Wendy's drive-thru, grab whatever you're going to get. And you're like, I guess I'll take home my nuggies and my Frosty.
Yeah, but my thing is burgers, nuggies, fries, they taste a lot better when your hand's on the wheel.
Yeah.
You driving, listening to something.
Yeah.
That's my preference if I'm eating fast food. I want it on the go.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes, like, if I am allowing myself to have it, I don't take it home and eat it. No. I go, like, on a little drive around the neighborhood listening to my little podcast and eating in the car, and that's my bliss.
Yeah. And I mean, there is something fun about that, which is one thing you really can't do with Panda because you do need to kind of sit and like scoop it up. You know, those have more handheld stuff, which is what Taco Bell is great for too. Really easy to eat if you're on like a road trip.
Well, Taco Bell has the sauce situation, which makes it tough because
Yeah.
I always want to add those sauces, and a lot of times now I'll just ask to have their like that creamy chipotle sauce added to whatever I order, and that's going to be my sauce. I'm not fooling with the opening and saucing unless I'm going home.
Yeah. I mean, I think the move that I've been doing when we are on a road trip is I'll park for a hot second, throw my sauces on whatever I'm going to eat, kind of wrap them back up. And then I also kind of have them ready to go. So it's like, but that does involve needing to go in, like stopping for a second, sort of getting everything prepped up. I mean, Wendy's is good for that, but there's not too many other places.
Yeah, I think that's probably why you see people eating inside the restaurant more. Is it's just not an on the go food.
No. So we should maybe talk about some of the menu items, though, that you can get at Panda Express. Because orange chicken is, right, I mean, it's their most popular dish. And is there anything better that you like than orange chicken there? Maybe that's the first question.
So here's the thing. The top twos, which is a little bit of a spoiler, but I am just going to say that I love the Beijing beef and I love the orange chicken. Am I ordering these when I go? A lot of times not, unfortunately, because again, recently, this reason why I've been going to Panda Express is as a quick option that isn't going to break my calorie bank.
Okay.
I've been gaining a lot of, I have to pull up because they have a few items now. So usually the way they had it set up is you can get a bowl where you get either white rice, fried rice, chow mein, or super greens.
Sure.
And you're either picking one of those, two of those, however you have it balanced, and then 1 to 3 entree items. So I'm generally just getting super greens because I'm cutting that's easily like the rice, 520 calories a serving.
Okay.
Fried rice, 620, chow mein, 600, super greens, 130.
Wow.
All right. The orange chicken that I love, 510 calories.
Yeah.
180 calories. Mushroom chicken. Some I don't get because I don't like mushrooms.
Yeah.
220 calories. String bean chicken breast. A good one. It's got a good sweetness to it. That's probably the most adjacent to the orange chicken. 210 calories. And then broccoli beef 150. Grilled teriyaki chicken 275. So go ahead.
No, I'm really glad you brought this up, though, too, because I think especially recently, one of the hardest things, especially when you are working around like dietary stuff, which right now we're working through some of that as well with just, Jasmine having a baby. And it's, you have to kind of watch whatever you're putting in your body. You have to like check the nutritional menu. And I do think Panda Express is maybe one of the few places you can go that is going to be a little more nutritionally helpful, or they're going to provide enough information that you can build something in advance and be like, okay, I know I have this calorie allotment, or I have this carb allotment, or whatever it is, sugar allotment, and they're going to give you a lot of that information.
Yes, that's something I do love, that all that's clear cut. And you can get out with a hefty 2 entree meal for about 600 to 700 calories if you're willing to forego the rice and pick some of these leaner options. Mm-hmm. Now, the star move, though, is
star move.
You give yourself one, and then you pick, like, you go orange chicken, and then you go the beef and broccoli, which is 150 calories.
Sure.
So you're looking at like 800 to 900 calories if you're going to the heavier one. Mm-hmm. That's still, to me, a home run for a dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, I think a person of average size, which I'm not average size, it's like 1,500 to be calorie deficient, I think. So if, like, the way I diet, I don't eat much during, like, the beginning of the day. I'm usually having, like, a protein drink, or I'm having just some, like, hard-boiled eggs, and then I kind of have my dinner. Like, I can do 700 to 800 calories without a sweat, and I'm still doing really well, and might have some room for Halo Top later. So you can do it like multiple ways. Also, sometimes, or at least one time, I just really wanted to get that hit. I just got the a la carte on, like, just the orange chicken. And I think that's just like the 400 calories. Forgo everything else. Obviously, I'm not getting the full nutritional, well-balanced meal, but I'm also not breaking my diet. Mm-hmm. So that's why I've been all about Panda Express. And I think all the lighter items taste good. Everything I've had, I liked. It's usually a quality control at the store issue, if there ever is any.
Yeah, which I think it is something that you won't run into too often, I think, at certain branches, and you will at others, where it does seem like I've been to a Panda Express, and I can't remember where it was, where even like they were just having trouble replenishing, like, depending on how popular it is too, right? Yeah, I also never plan ahead till I get there, because you want to see how the bowls are looking. Mm-hmm. Like, if they're at that bottom of that chicken and there's like a few more servings left, I might pivot to Beijing beef. Oh, yeah. Which is delicious and kind of an undersung item. Not a lot of people get that. Mm-hmm. Or like when it's really low and they're about to replenish it. Like, I think that's part of it, is the timing of when that new food's going into the bowl. Versus, I feel like a lot of those mall places, it feels like it's just sitting. Yeah, no, and then it doesn't taste anywhere near as good either. I mean, listen, this isn't just us trying to glow up or rizz up the Oak Creek location, but it is pretty dang good. And they are on top of it, I feel like, a lot of the time. Well, I think you said the right thing, which I don't think is like a knock on Oak Creek necessarily, because I don't think it's like Oak Creek as a place can do much about it. It has to be like individuals. There's just not a lot of great restaurants in Oak Creek. And not like, I'll rephrase that. There's not a lot of restaurants in Oak Creek. Mm-hmm. It is a lot of fast casual, Chocolate Factory, a lot of places like that over there. Yeah. And I think they have to and it's like an area, there's like nice houses over there and stuff. So you're going to have people who are complainers, I'm assuming. Mm. Like, so these fast food places, I think, definitely have to be elevated more than some places near the city where, like,
you can get better options around. So I don't think people are watching the store as much.
Well, you look at something like the fact that we're in an area, of Milwaukee where there is a lot of local restaurants. So there's almost not enough room for something like a Panda Express here anyway, because we have like a really good Vietnamese place down the road. We have a really good, I think, it's more like Asian fusion with, like Todd, I Believe I Can Fry. And it's like, well, why would I go to Panda Express when those things are so readily like available and you're supporting somebody and the food is banging, like, you know what I mean? And it's just, not to say that any of those are necessarily apples to apples to what you're going to get at Panda Express, but you certainly are going to kind of scratch that itch if like you want, like, okay, I want a good sauced up chicken. Well, yeah, those options are available. Right? So I think you look at something like this where, Oak Creek, I can't even think of like what the mainstay like local restaurant
There's like
is.
the brewery.
But even that was a spinoff of like Water Street Brewery from Water Street in Milwaukee, right? There's like a pizza restaurant that I know a lot of people talk about, but
Is that Durango? Something like that.
I don't know if it's Durango. I think it's something like, it's got like a guy's name like Dino's like pizza or something.
There's that Lotus place. That's a decent sushi place. But like these are far and few between restaurants.
Absolutely.
Like there isn't like any standouts in Oak Creek for dining in that I'm aware of and would love to be enlightened of. I would love for someone to tell us, hey, here are some great Southside Chinese places for takeout. Hey, here are some good Oak Creek restaurants. I'm saying I am not aware of any.
Please email us at showmethefranchise@gmail.com, or you can always drop in our DMs on Instagram or whatever else.
Or just place the order and send it to us. Let me open my front door and there's just like some egg rolls from a place you recommend.
Oh man, that would be awesome. I wish we were that popular. I will say, so, we were talking about earlier, like spicy foods, because I was just looking at the menu here and I've been kind of perusing it as we've been talking and going through a few things. I remember they did have a tie-in though with like a ramen brand. Bulldog, yeah, which is like, that shit gets spicy.
Yes, and I did try that. And it was like good Fred spice, which you're not getting Fred spice at Panda Express usually. So I was very happy.
Yeah. So was that the sweet fire chicken breast?
Yes.
Okay.
And that is like, I would get that again. I think they should keep that, even though like a lot of their stuff is kind of a slight variation of the same thing. I thought, because Bulldog, what I'm kind of bummed that they like have leaned in such a like everything's kind of spicy, because as far as the actual noodles, those are the best prepackaged ramen noodles you can get locally, I think. Like the actual noodle.
Oh, really?
And I'm not talking about like if you go somewhere and like, I'm not talking about going to Moe's. I'm talking about like general grocery store compared to like what's on the shelf. Their ramen in that package. I would even recommend people who don't like spice and just want to use the noodles, just buy that brand. They're thicker, they're fuller. I just really like those noodles, like those in Shin. I'll buy those and not even use the packet and just do my own thing with them.
Interesting. I mean, listen, if that's the way you got to go about it. You were an experimenter, though, and that's what I appreciate about you. I don't know that I've ever just made the noodles with a different sauce, though.
You never done like, I just do like chili oil, ginger, garlic, little sesame oil. No? That's the way to go. It's simple. You just throw a few things in.
But I guess it's because I never thought that like the noodles on their own, I guess I've never eaten the noodles on their own, so I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I'm going to try and put something different. The closest thing I can think of is that Costco has like a yakisoba noodle pack that they'll sell, which doesn't come with any sauce. It just has like vegetables and stuff in there. But I will put a little bit of like that, there's like that Japanese barbecue sauce brand that's been getting pretty big now, Bachan.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll put a little bit of that on there, and that really adds some zest.
Or like they'll sell over, I know Pick and Save has them more now, the udon in like the tight package. I'll buy those and then just look at all the different like sauces in the Asian section. Just grab like a peanut sauce and then like a green onion.
Yeah.
And you're good to go.
That actually just made me think of something. Does Panda sell the...
Yes, they do.
They sell the orange
I've
chicken?
never tried it, but you can buy the Beijing beef sauce and the orange chicken sauce.
Do they just sell the sauce, or they sell like frozen versions of like the chicken
That
and
I
beef?
don't know. I know they sell the sauce though.
I did not even look this up. I'm going to look it up now, make sure I actually see. So I'm looking at Panda Express frozen meals. Says they have, the sauces, as you mentioned. They also have, let me just look at this real quick. So they did have the orange chicken sauce. Ooh, I can get 40% off for Target days. They have, they're trying to look at my local Target. I just want to see what the hell they actually have here.
While you're looking at that, a move you could definitely do, a lot of, you buy that bear chicken, and I've been getting that as well. And I now have an air fryer, which I'm excited about. Air frying that up and just tossing it in some of that sauce. I mean, you could kind of do Panda at home.
They do have the sweet chili sauce from Panda, and they also have the Mandarin teriyaki sauce.
Okay, which I'm assuming I've had when I have their teriyaki chicken, which that's something that's kind of nice. When you get the teriyaki chicken, the like healthier one, they are actual chicken thighs that they're chopping up like right to order, which is kind of nice.
I mean, they just do a lot of stuff right. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they really just had kind of not a come to Jesus moment like Domino's did, but if they just were like, no, if we're gonna open these like drive-through places, we're gonna just really focus on the ingredients. And I think the broccoli tastes really good when you get the broccoli. I love getting Panda's broccoli.
Yeah, that's why I'm never bummed. I love rice. I'm never that bummed when I'm like forgoing the rice and just getting those power greens because they're delicious. Especially they have a chili sauce. It's more of an oil, in like a little packet. I just hit the greens with that, and I'm happy.
Oh man, I think that's gonna be my order next time. I want to go with just the power greens because I love the mains. I think if I did have a complaint, it's just I do think the rice is fine, and I think the noodles are fine.
I just want to know how that rice is 500 calories.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a huge portion of rice. It's a decent size, but I'm like, when you make rice at home, it's not. Like, what are they I'm also wondering what they're putting in the greens to make them like 100 and some calories.
Yeah,
like, almost 200 calories for broccoli. I know oil goes in there and stuff, but still.
You got to think it's just a lot of like oils that they're using in the back. Then we find out they're using like beef tallow or something like that.
Who knows? Could be why it's good.
Yeah. Should we maybe even get into some show me the franchise right away here?
Yeah.
So I guess that's the thing is like we've talked about some of the things they've got on the menu. I've almost passed over one of my favorite things I like to get, but it's a treat. It's like the walnut shrimp.
I've never had it, but that's a lot of people like Taylor. She's like, that's my favorite.
It is so good, but it is so you can just taste how rich it is though too. It's so sweet.
Yeah, I've never seen her get it, and we've gotten Panda twice, but she that's my favorite.
Yeah.
So I know it must be rich if she's not getting it.
It is really sweet, but really good. You mentioned the Beijing beef is really good, but I wanted to ask the question about the Chinese food you like up front to see like is there anything that you get at a restaurant that you think they could try and do here or incorporate?
There's stuff they could do, but what I like, because chow mein, that's pretty close to lo mein, right? Okay.
I mean, I would say it's definitely not the same, but it is similar.
And they do I just never mess with any of the apps because I'm assuming that's gonna not be as good as like getting it from a Chinese restaurant. I've never gotten their Rangoon or egg rolls or.
I think I've gotten their Rangoons before. I think they're fine. I mean, truly to Panda's credit, I think the entrees are the hero here, right? It's like, and they should be the best part. Like, you can get rice anywhere. This would be a case where you're like, oh, if I want the ball egg noodles or whatever, like I'm gonna make those. Like, yeah, I'd almost like have those on the side. They do have chow mein too. I'm looking at the menu right now.
I tried the Cantonese brisket. Which was decent. I'm not a big brisket guy, but I was curious to try it. And right now, they have pretty much, which I keep hyping, is kind of be like the new thing, I think it is the Irish spice bag. They have a version of it now. Like that's their special item, which is like the crispy chicken with the fries in like an Asian-y powder with a sauce.
It actually sounds a lot like the K-pop Demon Hunters meal, not to confuse Korean food and Chinese food, but Here's this called the Sichuan Shake Box. So you have crispy chicken bites and golden fries tossed in a chili crisp sauce and paired with a soy garlic aioli.
Yeah, that's very similar to the potato or the Irish spice bag and what you were saying, the fry shaker thing.
Yeah, which I mean that's a cool thing to incorporate now, right?
Yeah, that I was sad not to try. I thought about ordering it today just to try it, but that's something I would like to see. I also love like the char siu pork, something like that, because I don't think they do much pork.
I think they've had a lot of like limited time items that like where they have like the spicy chicken that they've got going right now, but nothing that's like, yeah, we're always doing a char siu pork. I mean, a sesame chicken too is something they don't really have, and that's one of my favorite things to get. I think that's nice though, that like I'm gonna go and expecting not to get sesame chicken from here, but I would love to see their take on it, like a really proper one. I'm sure they've done it in the past for a limited time, but
Yeah, I mean, if that or like, again, yeah, I'm kind of with you, like General Tso's, I guess, but like I'm not like dying for them to do that. I think partnering with the ramen brand and doing kind of interesting stuff, maybe bringing more authentic Asian flavors to everyday palates, I think gets me excited.
yeah, and I would even say that sweet fire chicken breast is pretty close to a General Tso's. Maybe not exactly 1-to-1, but
It's just like it skews more sesame chicken to me when I tried it.
yeah.
Versus like there's something like when it's that brown or it's like maybe like they're adding like some brown sugar to it or something about that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So I looked at their appetizers too. So you do have veggie spring rolls, chicken egg rolls, and cream cheese rangoon. So it's not exactly a crab rangoon. It's cream cheese, which most, I would say, quick takeout places seem like they're selling that cream cheese with fake crab anyway. So
Yeah, I thought it's always fake crab.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you did
It's always the fish.
Yeah. I'm like, but do they do like crab, like egg rolls though, that are like use real crab? Maybe not.
I mean, I'm sure that exists, but anytime you're getting crab rangoon, it's that fake fish.
Yeah, which makes sense. But yeah, I think you.
Oh, real fish, fake crab.
Now, are we talking real fish or real big fish?
Hey.
Yeah.
Is that a ska band?
It might be. I listen. This is a total just quick aside. There was just a moment today where I was listening to No Doubt, and I saw them being described as punk, and I'm like,
And then you had doubt.
I did have doubt.
You went from no doubt to doubt.
I was like Meryl Streep. I had doubt, and it was one of those moments where I was like, but the song I'm listening to is Spiderwebs, and there's very like prominent horns being
Very
used
ska
in that.
song.
Yeah, and I'm like, they're a ska band, but then you think about like Hella Good, and you think about like even like what's their other like later songs too? Oh, It's My Life.
No, I think they're a band that started as a ska punk situation. They went more mainstream, and then it became like pop rock, and then just Gwen Stefani doing pop. Like, I think that's the natural progression of No Doubt.
And her dressing up like Japanese pop stars and stuff. You think? I mean, listen. I bet you if she ate some Panda Express, she'd be like, "I got to be like a Chinese pop star next."
Yeah, I could see it.
What about some other show me the franchise? What about like maybe some limited time things that you would want to see similar to this shaker box that they got going? Just thinking about like what McDonald's and like Burger King and I know KFC now has the Supergirl meal.
Like, who should partner with Panda?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'd wonder if Kung Fu Panda ever partnered with Panda.
Oh, I would have to think they had something going, but maybe they weren't big enough yet. Like Kung Fu Panda, Panda Express. If I type that in,
McDonald's had the Mulan sauce,
they did.
Szechuan sauce. So and I feel like it, doesn't necessarily have to be a cultural mirroring. It could be anything. So I don't know, Dune.
Yeah.
Give me that Dune Panda Express meal.
So they can have the spice.
Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, it doesn't look like Panda Express ever had a chance to partner with So that would be pretty natural if they decide Jack Black wants to cash in some more money. You can probably get some of that going.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, if they do kind of prepackage some of their stuff and if people would want that. I mean, I don't even know if there's a market for that because there's so much of that already. Like, I really think all of Trader Joe's, all the frozen Asian food stuff I've tried has been great.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's room for that, but I think kind of going more leaning into the fast food without losing that quality would be kind of interesting, like how they're doing the chicken and fries shaken together. Like,
Yeah. But
can you make something like a burrito with the innards?
well, that was actually something I do remember when Crafty Cow was doing their ghost kitchen, and they had more of like a Asian inspired theme. It was more like an Asian fusion inspired thing, and they had like wings, and they had like a chicken burrito. It was like an orange chicken burrito that was really good. I think it was called Fiesta Panda. So yeah, it also had Mexican inspiration. They were kind of mashing up the two, but that was really good. And I would love if Panda tried to do something like that.
Yeah, I think maybe making like snack wraps or something,
That would be
like
delicious.
a panda snack wrap.
That would answer your issue with the handhelds on the go there too.
Could they get away with lettuce wraps though? Because that's, like I went to room service and that's how when I had my food, a lot of it was with lettuce wrap.
They are kind of changing, I think, though, what they're doing if they start getting into some of this stuff, right? Because one of the biggest things you can get right now is you get a bowl on the go, and all they got to do is package it in one little thing for you. It's in a container. It's pretty concise, and it's pretty nice. But who said they should stick with it? They got the shaker box meal. Who cares? Like they're gonna change it up. They're gonna keep evolving.
I think stuff like that is the way to go as long as you don't lose what I like from it, which is I can count my calories. I can have something with ease. And I like that I can kind of adjust to still have a little fun. Like I can get the orange chicken if I get something that's more like, less calorie with it.
Sure.
Like I can play around and get bites that I want and still have a good time and still be doing the right thing in my eyes.
Sure. But yeah, I think there's opportunity there for them for sure.
But like just a sick ass like cold green tea drink. Like it's nothing crazy. It's just like really good green tea, slightly sweetened. I'm picturing like Arizona green tea, but like amazing, less sweet, more herbaceous.
And they do have lychee there though, which is really good. But they have like the canned stuff, which is still fine. But I love that you get something that's a little different than getting just like soda all the time.
Which surprisingly, soda and Chinese food kind of work, but
it does. But I think it just kind of has that shades of like getting takeout and then having like a 2 liter of Coke or something with it. Back to the chopsticks days. I felt like that was something they would send along with it. But yeah, you look at what they're doing, where they're going. I know, I'm like, they have like the Cub meal or whatever now. It's like a kid's meal, which makes a lot of sense. It's kind of like a water and you get like one entree or something like that. Or it's like a mini entree.
they've got meal deals, which is nice. Which I was doing the math on, like, it wouldn't be the worst thing for you and for your wallet if you were someone who's like, I don't want to do meal prep, and you bought the family size. It's like $40 and you got like all teriyaki chicken. I think you get sent with like 2 pretty full boxes of cut up thighs that you could just like work into your meals. Like that was something I was gaming a little bit, which I heard some people do with places like Texas Roadhouse. You don't get like steaks and stuff, but like you order their chicken or sirloin stuff and you can get a bulk order and people will meal prep with that stuff.
It's so interesting. But I mean, you look for shortcuts where you can, right? Especially if it is a good deal or a good buy. Yeah. I don't know though. I'm still kind of stuck on the LTO thing. I'm like, is there a tie-in that's being like obvious but missed? I mean, you could really tie it in with anything though. You could do the Odyssey and be like, here is the ship of the Odysseus. Like, and now you also get like orange chicken with that. But I think the thing that, you mentioned like char siu chicken before too. Oh boy. I would still love if they did something like like I mentioned, like egg foo young. I would love if they tried their take like on something that's a little more complicated, or like pan fried noodles, which they kind of do, but not really. Not like the typical like barbecue pork and like pan fried noodles.
But that like reddish barbecue-ish char siu pork, like sliced thin, like they're doing their thighs, would be. That's something that I don't think to get, but then I'll see other people get, like from the app section of a Chinese restaurant. They'll get like the Chinese like pork ribs or whatever, that like red glaze on them. I love that.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good place to be. They got a lot of places to grow. I was gonna ask if we want to get in our power rankings. I kind of feel like we've been sort of doing this, but can you boil it down to your top 3 food items?
Yeah, I'd say number 3. I'm gonna go with the Bulldog. Was it sweet fire chicken?
Yeah.
I really like that, and I hope that stays around. I just want an item on the menu that's like seriously hot, because I just love anytime a place actually has something with a real kick. You don't get that in fast food, really.
No, you don't.
Then number 2, I'm gonna go the orange chicken, because that's gonna be a lot of people's numbers 1. There's nothing wrong with that. That's kind of like the king item.
Yep.
But I really think the Beijing beef is undersung. And if you look at the pile, like that pile is usually pretty healthy. Like not a lot of people go for that Beijing beef, but I think it's like equal to the orange chicken.
It is,
if it's not like the standard.
It's a really good menu item. I mean, I think Beijing beef might be my number 3 too. I'll just jump in and I'll say that. I guess they do have a honey sesame chicken breast too. I don't think I've tried that. I might have to give that a shot.
I would also say the Kung Pao chicken is a nice in-betweener. That's like 340 calories, I think. And that's very doable. Like you do that and you do like a lighter one too. That's nice.
I would have to maybe try both of these. I think I gotta go off my regular main line next time I go in. But I think what I will probably have to say, because I love that Beijing beef. That's number 3 for me. The honey walnut shrimp. It's number 2. It's too good. It is so good. I would highly recommend.
Is it like similar to like a sweet and sour chicken breading on it?
Yes, but I'd say it's more glazed and it's a little lighter glaze, and it just really hits the tongue well. And then number 1, it's the orange chicken. I mean,
I think that's the rightful place for it.
But
no. Like I said, I just wanted to sing the praise of the Beijing beef, but I think that number 1 spot is reserved for the orange chicken, because I think that's like the number 1 item. Like that's what people are ordering.
Yeah. But I mean, man, we just talked about it too. I would love to see them mess around with that thing a little bit. Like put it in a taco, put it in a burrito, put it in a snack wrap, right? Or just that's what I really want to see. I want to see little snack wraps of the orange chicken. I think it'd go over the gangbusters.
Like it. Shrimp toast. Just throwing out stuff.
Almost like a ceviche. Is that what you're like?
Shrimp toast. It was, I don't even know how to describe it, but that was an item.
I'm sorry, not ceviche.
It was like a fried shrimp thing. That was a big appetizer at a lot of places in Maryland that I remember people getting. That was pretty good.
Okay. Boy. Yeah, I don't know if do we have a lot else to say though about Panda Express?
I don't know. Do something with that fortune cookie.
I wish
do something fun.
See, if we had really planned this ahead, we would have gone Panda Express, and then we would open our fortune cookies on Mike to see what our fortunes were.
Wow.
Do you think I could find a generator that has like
fortune cookie generator?
Yeah, fortune. Let's try and do this real quick.
This is like the overweight's version of this version of Obsession right now.
Uh-oh. You think this will be good? Okay, generate your fortune cookie. Okay, Fred. Mine is, I'll start with mine first.
Okay. You got to add in bed at the end.
Oh, yeah. Very, very high school. Old friends make best friends.
In bed.
In bed. Ay.
See, it works every time.
Okay, you ready for yours? I'm generating it. Believe in yourself. You are capable of great things.
In bed.
Hey. Wicka, wicka,
I was hoping it was going to be like, your ear will pop today.
That'd be nice. When I hear "Believe in Yourself," though, I definitely think of the Arthur theme. Believe in yourself,
Believe in yourself.
because that's the place to start. And we said, hey, thanks for listening to the show today. We talked about Panda Express, and that's all we had to say. So get along with each other.
Yeah.
Man, are we missing a thing where we should be ending our episodes on songs?
Maybe. Usually we do it on plugs, but I don't have any plugs. I'm about to go on vacation.
Well, you can plug your vacation and just say you're going to have a great time.
Yeah, I'm going to plug my vacation. I'm going to have a great time. I've seen videos of people listening to Pirates of the Caribbean ride cue music while they're swimming in their pool, and I'm like, that is what I'm going to be doing.
Oh, man. I've got to one up the Mario Kart themes that were going on.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome, though, too.
Yeah, Joe just beat you out.
I know we messed up. We didn't listen to the Wave Race soundtrack, which would have been stellar.
But it also been very on the nose too. But hopefully you have a great trip, buddy. I think we might be doing one more episode before you go. We'll see. There might be someone coming up, which maybe that should be a little heads up. We're gonna be having some schedule shifting thing going on. We got summer vacation. I've been telling you guys I'm also having a kid. So I'm gonna do my best to keep the feed rolling and rocking here. Fred and I are gonna keep doing our best to keep you getting some fresh content. But if things do start coming along, well, we're going to still have regular episodes, so just stay tuned. But they might be some older topics or older references to older things. We'll say it that way. But we appreciate you guys listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please remember to rate and review it. You can join our Patreon for $2 per month. Patreon will continue to roll no matter what. One bonus episode per month. We might be dunking into something this month. Yeah, we'll see what that looks like. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and YouTube. Special thanks to Nick Spitza and Mike Schwantz for opening and closing theme songs. And we'll see you next time where, we might be talking, I don't know, about our vacations, or maybe we'll be sitting on a long bed, maybe sharing some of our inner thoughts with each other, or maybe somebody else will be doing that. We don't know yet. You'll have to tune in and find out.
I'm listening.
You're listening? Yeah, as you should be. You should all be listening too, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
I've got no cares, 'cause all I want to do is charge my phone and drive listening to you. And what to talk about will always be up to you.
I was early.